So last night, I'm buying fucking some food at a fucking vendor, right? And it was the whole situation. It just triggered the fucking memory, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? It's wow. So I'm sitting there ordering the food, right? And the first thing I say to the guy, I'm like, I don't want it to have onions in it. No onions. And he's like, oh, but it's mixed with onions. And I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I was freaking hungry. I was like, you know what? Doesn't matter. So he starts making up the food, and this fucking black dude comes over the top of my shoulder as he's making the food. It's like the fucking black dude, like he was trying to get the dude's attention over the top of my fucking shoulder. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to my fucking self, like, should I fucking just stab this motherfucker right in the goddamn throat as we speak? And I'm like, nah, there's no need for that, He's just a fucking, obviously fucking, hungry black man, right? I don't know what type of black he was because I didn't even look at his face. I was fucking hungry myself. I said, fucking let the food be fucking made, let everything be good. I'm sitting there and I'm fucking like watching the dude that's making the food. And he's like smiling, but he seems like nervous that he's making food for me. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? It just seemed weird, man, Like hesitant, like he didn't want to make the fucking food for me, right? And I'm like, wow. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm like, I am too tired to fucking be analyzing any of this shit in my fucking head. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 lettuce, tomato, blah, 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 blah. But the guy's smiling and smirking. And then at the end, after the black guy's sitting there trying to get his attention, he's sitting there, now he's trying to freaking argue with me like, oh, take another drink. And I'm like, nah, man, I need the money. Let's go. Like, come on, I want to go. Freaking, I got to fucking, I got to go. And freaking, he's like, oh, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. You know what? And he's smiling at me. Like, I don't know if he was trying to provoke a fucking... I'm just like, man, I'm like, sure, man, no problem, right? And then I get the food, right? Then I get on the fucking train, and then I start eating the food, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, fucking wow, bro. Like, as I'm eating the food, I'm saying to my fucking self, the whole fucking thing. First off, there's almost no meat, right? There's almost no fucking meat. Very, very small pieces of fucking meat. And I'm like, that's not what hit me first. What hit me first was the fact that it all tasted like fucking pepper leaves and cloves. Pepper leaves, cloves, and strong fucking onions. Like, I mean, that's all it tasted like. It just tasted like pepper and onions. That's it. And I said, holy fucking crap. I'm like, wow, bro. Wow, bro. Back in the 90s. Wow, man. I was with my dad that raised me. And fucking he noticed what the fuck that possibly meant. Because I was out there with him and freaking we ordered some food and it was like, it's like, oh, there's none of that shit in there, right? There's none of that shit in there. And I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And that's why I'm sitting here saying to my fucking self, I've ordered like little lamb dishes from the halal places before. Nothing that tasted like this. And I said, fucking holy shit. The other funny part is that as the guy is over my top of my shoulder, right, like trying to get this guy's attention from like right here, right? Wow, man. Almost so that I couldn't turn around. you know? So I'm saying to my fucking self, like, wow, the last time that all of that, you know, all of those factors, factored in, like the flavor and, the little tiny bits of meat, like, it's like, and, it's like like I said, I've ordered freaking food like that before, and it's like, it's not, it never tasted like that. And I'm saying to my, but at the same time, back in the 90s, because they found out that they were fucking cutting up people and putting it in the fucking food, man. So the funny part is, right, is that as this guy's over the top of my shoulder talking to this dude, and this dude's trying to make eye contact, and I'm sitting there talking to the guy, but he's making eye contact with this guy, and I'm just saying to my fucking self, wow, bro, is this dude trying to warn this dude? Because this dude already seemed like he seemed hesitant to make fucking money. That didn't make no fucking sense to that did not make sense right off the bat. I'm sitting there like, bro, is this guy like really being hesitant about like fucking making a plate of food? Like, but then it's what he said to the black dude that was standing behind me. He goes something, he mumbled something, and he's like, the cops have been all over me all night. Now, I look at this as very interesting only because I'm saying to my fucking self, this was obviously brought to the fucking attention back then of the police and everybody else. And I'm saying to my fucking self, now I'm gonna look real fucking stupid, right? If this ain't people that they were putting in the fucking food, right? And I'm saying to my fucking self, like, obviously, like, they were all over me. Like, this dude must have fucking seen that I went to the fucking... This guy must have been fucking... I mean, like, I'm saying to my fucking self, like, wow, so they already are on me, right? He's trying to warn him or fucking something to fucking not make the food or whatever the fucking case is, but this guy's being hesitant to make the fucking food. And I'm saying to my fucking self, like, even when I'm sitting down eating the food, I'm like, huh. I'm like, is this what I think it is, or is it not? Because I couldn't even taste the meat. Couldn't even taste the meat over the fucking cloves and the pepper leaves. I couldn't even fucking taste the meat, let alone the fucking onions. The onions are the only thing. I didn't even taste the fucking rice. I tasted the fucking onions. Not even the fucking rice. And I'm saying to my fucking self, wow, bro. And, all of this hits me in the fucking head, and I'm saying to my fucking self, wow, bro, I am like, because I remember, that's what I'm saying. It's like, holy shit, man, because what I'm saying, basically what I'm saying is, could it have been, like a trial run? Like, hey, maybe the meat was lamb, you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that freaking with the pepper leaves and the cloves and everything else, that's why I'm thinking, like, was this like some sort of trial run? And not to mention, if these motherfuckers had any type of fucking history of my file, knowing that this is something that I shut down back in the fucking 90s, I'm saying to my fucking self, wow, bro, so they're getting either ready to fucking cook humans, or they just want to try to make me look fucking stupid, right? Wow, bro. So that was fun. That was real fun. I'm like, I'm saying to my fucking self, like, wow, dude, like, wow, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, and I'm thinking to my fucking self, like, the black dude that came running over to him and like started to like almost demand his attention over the fucking top of my shoulder. Meanwhile, he's so fucking close, I really can't like exactly turn around to see his face. Wow, bro. Wow, bro. Wow.